Sagittarius. This is for mid-March. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to my channel, thank you for popping in. This is for Sagittarius Sun, Moon, and Rising for mid-March. Just a general reading, not a one-on-one. So friendly reminder, take what resonates. Check your other placements if something resonates. There might be messages for you there. If it still doesn't resonate, leave the message behind. It is not for you at this time. If it resonates and or if you simply enjoyed, please remember to like and subscribe. That way you're notified of future content. Helps me, helps you. And there's a lot more coming. I definitely appreciate all of the wonderful support that I have been receiving over the last couple of months here. I really love doing this for you. I love being here with you guys. So, thank you. So, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We have an overall energy of the Ace of Charisma. We are using the Dungeons & Dragons deck. I haven't gotten any new decks as of late, but as soon as I do, we'll kind of have some fun with that. So let us go ahead and begin. The High Priestess is starting off your reading. That is your current situation. We have Page of Strength as your challenges card. That's your obstacles and opportunities. We have the Queen of Charisma in the reverse position. That is the foundation of the current situation and the foundation of the question. That is what you should be focusing on. We do have Justice in the reverse for your past card. We have the 10 of Wisdom in the reverse for possibilities involved or what you might be hoping for. We have the 9 of Wisdom for the near future. We have the 10 of Charisma in the reverse position. That is for you and the wonderful energy you are bringing to this reading. We have the Page of Wisdom in the reverse for external or environmental influence. That could be your subconscious. We have the Ace of Wisdom in our hopes, fears, reminders, and warnings. That is in the reverse as well. That is our advice card for this reading. And then we have the 8 of Charisma in the upright position for our potential outcome. So with that said, let's go ahead and get going with that Ace of Charisma. Ace of Charisma. A new opportunity and a time of manifestation and abundance. So this is the overall energy of the reading. So we are in a space of a new opportunity. We are in a space and time to manifest the life we desire, manifest our goals, and manifest abundance. Okay, we are having great abundance come in, gifts from the universe. This is the time to really get rid of that negative self-talk, that negative energy, and only focus on the things that you desire, the positives, and showing a lot of gratitude and appreciation. Okay, current situation, you actually have the High Priestess. So the High Priestess in the Dungeons & Dragons deck is accessing your intuition and tuning into the source of feminine power. So coming into that divine feminine. That is card number 2. Intuition, spirituality, the divine feminine, subconscious, and a duality. Okay. So the High Priestess calls for you to follow your intuition, connect with your spirituality, and search for deeper meanings. She's a spiritual teacher and a gatekeeper of hidden information that can be deciphered by digging into your subconscious and following your gut. Pulling the High Priestess means that turning inward and focusing on your inner life will help you live with integrity and wisdom. Meditation, prayer, journaling, and the like can help deepen your connection with yourself. That will also help you on the manifestation journey, okay? Let's go ahead and check out that Page of Strength. That is our challenge card. So, Page of Strength. If my hands will work, a little shaky. I'm sure you guys can see that when I hold the card up. It takes energy to do something awesome. So go for it. Engage your free spirit and follow your passion. Okay. So definitely an opportunity. I would say it could be a little bit of an obstacle for you, but it is in the upright position. So with that said, I feel like it's the time to really put forward the effort and the energy into achieving your goals. Okay. It doesn't have to be an overnight success, so make sure that you don't hold too high of expectations, because if they're unrealistic and they're not met, or if they're big expectations and they're not met, we can get a little disappointed and a little distraught. So you have to be kind of careful of that, but you can definitely set up baby steps, minor accomplishments, milestones, and really take in the success of that, and definitely start plotting the course. Okay, so you're gonna do something awesome, you want to do something awesome, so go for it. So engage in that free spirit, that wonderful creative energy, your great ideas that you kind of have a lot of maybe a little bit of self-doubt towards. You think, people are going to think it's stupid, or, what if it fails? Take that chance anyway, and just follow those passions. Follow what you're passionate about, something that you think about all the time, okay? The Queen of Charisma is something you should be focusing on. She is in the reverse. She talks on work-life balance. So with that said, creating a nurturing space for yourself and others to achieve greatness, maintaining a work-life balance. So it is in the reverse position. I feel like you kind of are going a little too far in either way. So whether you are retired, whether you are working, you put a little more energy into one side of things, or you never really relax, or perhaps you relax too much. I know that's kind of, not overly helpful, not overly specific, but it is in the reverse. So I'm not right there with you. I'm not sure, but I feel like there's almost like a sense here, especially you have these three that are very passionate, very energetic, and then you have this one here that's saying that you don't really have, you're not really, I don't want to just like quote the card again, but you haven't created a nurturing space for you and others. You have not created a space where you can relax and grow, or do what you need to do, or prioritize your needs. Your needs aren't being met. You might be putting a little too much work into certain things. I guess we're going to have to see what the rest of your reading is, but this is just creating a balance. It's another card for balance. So making sure that you take enough time to get the R&R and still putting enough time where you're successful in what you want to do, in what you need to do. Okay. In the past card, we do have the Justice card. It is in the reverse. That is Libra energy. Card number 11. Card number 11. So in the D&D deck, it is your capacity to create a new reality through shattering old limiting beliefs. So again, we've already kind of touched on that. I think you're already in this situation. You might have a lot of self-consciousness that you really don't need. You criticize everything you do. You criticize yourself on a consistent basis, to the point of where you're never really feeling that happy, because you just feel like, oh yeah, I'm the one who mucks it up and things like that, which really isn't fair or true. So in the reverse, justice stands for dishonesty and unfairness and subjectivity. So when reversed, the card suggests that you've done something that isn't morally right, and whether or not you own up this deed, you must live with this truth. Look beyond your desires, your ego, and your biases in order to get back to truth. Don't let your judgment be overruled by emotion. I don't always feel like justice really means you are the one at fault. I feel like it can be the situation, it can be another party, it could be yourself as well, and it could be that self-guilt. we're going to go ahead and clarify. This is the past card, so you might be feeling a little guilty over something. We do have Death, which is Scorpio energy, the World in the reverse, and we have the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords in the reverse. So just a quick little thing. Death is all about change, endings, new beginnings, rebirth. It is a painful message a lot of the time, but it is not a bad sign. This is your past card, so it's already happened. The change is already there, the new beginnings. We actually have the World. If it was in the upright, it would definitely be an end of a cycle. No matter what, it's still an end of a cycle, or new beginnings, things like that. But in the reverse, it's a unrealized closure and a little bit of a stagnation, or refusal to let go. We'll touch a little bit further on that. And then the Three of Swords is actually a very positive omen, because when it's in the upright, the Three of Swords is kind of a heartbreak, a loss, depression, distraught, right? So when we actually reverse the card, we have more of a beautiful energy of healing, of moving on, of letting go. So again, this is your past. You've already experienced this. You've already gone through this. So death, endings, rebirth, change, transformation, and letting go. It can seem frightening, but death is really a positive card that signifies change. One phase is ending, and now you're entering a new one. This change can feel sudden. It might be scary or painful, and it may involve grief, but remember that death heralds new beginnings too. Growing pains are signs of progress. Leave behind unnecessary and harmful attachments so you better embrace the new you. So let's hit the World, and I'll go a little bit further into these. The World in the reverse position is unrealized closure, shortcuts, and stalling. The card reversed indicates that you might lack closure due to an inability to let the past go. Alternatively, you might be taking shortcuts toward the completion of your grand journey, robbing you of the life lessons needed to make the travel worthwhile. Overcoming difficulties is what creates a true sense of achievement. It's also possible that you're reluctant to move on to the next phase of your life, and the appearance of this card assures you that you're ready, so take the plunge. The Three of Swords in the reverse position is moving on, being stuck, and healing. So the Three of Swords hints that your period of heartbreak may be coming to an end if you let it. That doesn't mean the pain isn't there. It just might have lessened or shifted. Don't let overthinking or suppression of the situation prevent growth and healing. Grief has a way of dragging you down and making you settle, but try not to let that happen. Remember that after every fire, new life blooms. So since this is in your past situation, I do feel like there was a big change here. Perhaps you have moved, perhaps you've relocated, perhaps you changed jobs, something of that nature, perhaps an ending of a relationship as well, especially since there is healing here. I feel like it has a little bit more of a broader picture than a relationship though, because we do have death and the World. It's a major arcana. It doesn't mean that it's not a relationship and that's not important, but it does seem like this was a big change. Especially the World usually means in the upright position traveling as well. So I do feel like it is a complete transformation here. But unfortunately, even though this is in the past card, I feel like there's a bit of lingering onto the past anyway, because clarifying your past card here, we have two cards, which is a little bit of stagnation, a little bit of unrealized closure. So big changes, big happening. It was painful, but we're kind of taking shortcuts. We might be overindulging a little bit, or trying to do something so fast that we just want to get it over with. We just want it done. And it's robbing you kind of life lessons. Kind of just like a hasty energy of just wanting to get through this pain. But nonetheless, even though this is a huge transformation, even though, you know, it does seem a little bumpy, it was a little bumpy, there was obstacles in the way, you are resilient and you're moving forward. But there's still a little bit of a stagnant energy here, that you haven't fully let go of the past. You haven't fully let go and continue to heal. It's there, it's happening, but there's just this energy here, especially with, you know, again, that work-life balance. It's just very like I'm getting an energy of me not being good enough, me being something, me being something. And it's that negative self-talk that really gets in the way of your manifestations. So just be wary of that. We do want to do 10 of wisdom here. 10 of wisdom, 10 of wisdom. So I guess before I say anything else here, I should say that this is why you feel like there's an unfairness, okay? Something in this past dynamic, something in this past dynamic here, there is a little bit of a why me, why us, why, as said, I am really picking up an energy of you do feel like it's unfair to you. Everything feels unfair to you. It's not that you really deserve it, or maybe you do. You kind of get like oh, a little bit blasphemy, almost like a Jesus complex, right? So like no, I don't want to say that. Not what I want. Um, Maybe that is what I want to say. There is an energy here that you feel almost like you do deserve the punishment. You do deserve all this bad luck. Perhaps because of what past people have told you, what families have told you, what loved ones have told you, things that stick out in your memory. Oftentimes we remember the bad over the good, but there's just something here that really kind of beat you down. Maybe a lack of support. But there is this energy of like, yeah, no, I'm kind of used to nothing working out. So fix one problem, here's another one. And you know what? I deserve it. But it's not true. So I do feel like with the Justice card, I do feel like you do feel like there is a unfairness and injustice towards you, especially with this huge change. You still feel like things aren't working in your favor. But you're also not trusting in the universe. You're not trusting in God, creator, source, whatever you believe in. You're not trusting in them. So that blocks you. Okay. So this is your past, so you might have moved out of this. I'm not really feeling that, but we're going to see, because you do have positive cards here, but we're going to check out because we do have these all in the reverse as well. So let's continue. 10 of wisdom, uniting the head and the heart, relating to others and your environment in emotional balance. This subject has been coming up a lot the last like 3 or 4 readings I've done. There is an imbalance, which I'm sure is planetary. I'm sure it is economic. I am sure it's world affairs. But there is a dynamic here of almost every sign is imbalanced right now. So we need to think with our head and our heart. We need to be able to relate to others and be close to them, relate to your environment, but have an emotional balance. So not getting heated, not getting upset, not crying over spilled milk, thinking logically, putting yourself in someone else's shoes, looking at the big picture, looking at it from someone else's perspective, however you want to word it. There is this energy of need to be able to think logically and with your heart. So a lot of the time, perhaps you don't have a filter. Perhaps a lot of the time you don't censor what you say. Maybe you just think it, or you're just trying to be helpful, or you're just trying to be, logical, or, think things through, or you're trying to give someone good advice or something of that nature. And it comes out as almost insulting or hurtful or cold. You don't mean it that way. But that's the energy here, is it's like too logical or too emotional. So then you take away all of the intellectual goodness that you have to share, and all of a sudden it turns into almost like a pity party energy, almost like a resentful or bitter or jealous, because it's all emotional. It's not the good ones, it's the bad ones, all brought in by ego. Okay. So something to pay attention to. We do want to get that in the upright. These are possibilities involved. Definitely not what you're hoping for. You would have it in the upright if that is something that is not something you struggle with. So I would definitely look at it from their perspective. Try to ask clarifying questions. Try to understand something better. Try to come from a different place than you normally would, or just try to watch what you're saying a little bit more. That is a possibility involved here. Following that, oddly enough, is actually the Nine of Wisdom. The Nine of Wisdom in the upright is finding the balance between enjoying our accomplishments and not slipping into complacency. So again, we have talked about this in many a video. Falling into complacency when we have what we want, when we got what we desired, when we have the partner of our dreams, when we have our dream job, when we know we're getting the promotion, when we got our dream house, we got into retirement, we are, getting into our hobbies, and all of a sudden, life is good and life feels great and whatever, and then you stop trying for them, you stop courting them, you stop doing the wonderful things you did to receive them, you stop putting in the effort, you stop showing gratitude, you stop showing appreciation, and you fall into complacency, and complacency leads you to losing everything. Okay, that is a little bit of a fear, or a little bit of a scary thought, but it's extremely common because, even though we are happy about it, and when that thing gets taken from us, or, we get in a breakup, all of a sudden we're like, oh, but I was happy. We were good. What happened? And it's because you stopped appreciating it. You stopped being thankful for it all day long, every day. Okay, and I know that's kind of weird, but that is a very, very strong thing, is you continue to put that energy and effort into it. So in your near future, again, you need to find a balance between enjoying your accomplishment and not slipping into complacency. So enjoy what you have, but make sure you're still putting in the effort to have that, to be thankful for it, to make it better, to help it grow. Okay, let's go ahead and pull on that as well. That is our near future for Sagittarius. So let's pull. Please clarify. Nine of Wisdom. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice, very nice, very nice. So again, you might have quite a bit of air energy here. We do have two swords. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and pull on that as well. We do have a little bit of an energy here. I think this might be a little bit of a situation that you're struggling with. It's not negative, so I don't want anyone to panic. It's not great either, but it's not bad. Yeah, okay. Okay, perfect. Sorry, I'm probably pulling a little too much here, but I just wanted a better idea of what we're looking at. Any more? Okay, okay. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that because that's quite a bit to go over for the near future, and we still have the potential to come. So, with that said, there's definitely a joyous time here, a very good situation. We have the Four of Wands here, which is all about that celebration. It's usually like a wedding, a big feast, things like that. But it stands for harmony. It stands for celebration. It stands for happiness and unity. Hence why there's a couple there. The Four of Wands has the garland around it. That's a fire energy. As I said, you do have a lot of air energy here. It kind of went back to your wonderful fire energy. But I did pull quite a bit here. So Ace of Swords is all about new opportunities, new beginnings. In love, there is a spark of connection here. It could be a spark of creativity as well. But I think you have grand ideas. I think you have a very strong wit about you, but you're kind of afraid of rejection. Now, this is coming in saying there is a grand opportunity here, a new beginning. And because it is the sword, it's more logical, okay? And then it actually was followed by the Queen of Swords, okay? Which is another wonderful energy here for you. Let me grab, sorry. So the Queen of Swords is all about independence, discernment, having boundaries, direct communication, and a lack of bias. So you know how we were just talking about kind of removing yourself from a situation and looking at it as a different perspective. I believe this is the opportunity here, okay? Is that you are going to start to be like, okay, I need to take a step back and see it from this person's point of view, or look at this situation with silver lining, or something is going to make you go, okay, I need to take a step back. Queen of Swords is a critical thinker who sets clear boundaries and pulls no punches. As with all sword cards, she focuses on reason instead of emotion, using her intellect to make effective, rational decisions. Though she sets clear boundaries, she channels most of her energy into her work. She wields her authority and expertise in a measured, clear way and may be encouraging you to do the same. So, as I said, there is a lot of energy here to put the effort and energy and time and resources into what you are passionate about, what you are enjoying doing, and all the hard work that you are putting out right now. Remember that there is a balance here, though. We don't want to go too far in. You do also have the Tower card, card number 16. Let me just put this down. Let me grab these for you. We have the Tower in the reverse, which is all about collateral damage, not kind of going down with the ship, not letting someone else drown you. It can be a little difficult to do that. As said, I do think you are dealing with a little bit of a situation. It could be friend, family, or it could be a partner. I don't believe it is. I'm not getting a love relationship here in this situation. But so the Tower in the reverse is a transformation. So reverse the Tower hints that you're instigating a substantial personal upheaval, whether an internal reckoning, an existential crisis, or a spiritual awakening. You're shedding your former self in order to step into a newer, more powerful you. The card reverse can also indicate that you're resisting inevitable changes. Some general advice: don't. So accept what's coming. Lastly, this card warns about getting caught up in the collapse of someone else's life. So try to be there for others while preventing yourself from becoming collateral damage. You can absolutely be supportive, but you don't need to be made to feel bad about yourself, or, be put down or be dragged down because of someone else's issues or problems, okay? We do have the Six of Swords. So again, as I said, that was Three of Swords, Queen of Swords, Ace of Swords, and then we have the, the Six. I was right. Six of Swords in the upright is all about moving on, perspective, letting go, and making a progress, okay? So signals that you're ready to move forward and leave the past behind. You're more than ready to bid farewell to the negativity, toxicity, and destructive habits and environments you've previously indulged in. This new mindset will help you acquire a different perspective and steer you toward better situations. Trust in your high hopes because healing and progress are on the horizon, okay? And now we're going to jump back down. The Moon card, which is... the Moon, Pisces, the Moon. Where did I go? I just had it. There it is. Card number 18, Pisces energy here. The Moon. The Moon speaks on... Okay. Illusion, dreams, anxiety, and instinct. So the Moon reminds you that all your unprocessed trauma and complicated instincts are influencing you. Everything stewing in the subconscious comes forth with this card. While it's important to acknowledge and listen to fears and anxieties, don't let them overtake you. So explore these things to connect to yourself and nurture your intuition. Then work to let go of the past so you can move on without all the baggage. Shake off those chains and run free. Okay. And then we also have the Queen of Cups energy, which is all about emotional stability. That is a water energy here. Very loving, very compassionate energy. So the Queen of Cups compassion, nurture, emotional stability, and an intuition. Is a caring figure led by empathy and intuition. Of all the queens, she is the most emotionally connected. When she appears, she invites you to rely on emotional awareness. She asks you to be compassionate in how you deal with others and also with yourself. She may also suggest that if you found a new opportunity or a friend has come to you with a problem, you should lead with your heart and not with your head. Okay, so there's a lot being mentioned there. We do have the Three of Wands following this situation, which is all about that crossroads. But, so the Three of Wands here, fire energy now. Okay. Three of Wands comes at you with everything's gone right so far. You're finally able to set things in motion. Your projects are no longer just ideas, but are actually becoming reality. All that good energy you put onto the world is coming back to you. Building on the collaboration and partnership of the Two of Wands, the Three of Wands keeps your network moving in support of your vision as it comes to fruition. So it's all about action, productivity, strategy, and unfolding, okay? And then we have the Hermit, which is Virgo energy here. So you may be dealing with a Virgo. You may be you might have a placement in Virgo as well. So Virgo, Pisces. Did you have any others? You didn't, did you? Yeah, Virgo and Pisces. So we have, interesting. Okay. Sorry, distracted. All right. Okay. So, but that Hermit is all about meditation, self-reflection, introspection, meditation, soul searching. So the Hermit comes in, card number 9, soul searching, solitude, introspection, and wisdom. Okay. So you might be taking quite a bit of time for yourself, to yourself, and being a little stuck in solitude or kind of isolating yourself. So the Hermit is removed from society. Their attention is internally focused. Disregarding the distractions of everyday life, the Hermit knows that true knowledge and development begin on the path of self-discovery. In this way, the Hermit invites you to do some introspection. If you're seeking answers, look no further than within. There you'll see what you're looking for. And then you do actually have the Eight of Pentacles, which is all about that hard work paying off, putting in forth the effort. So, commitment, hard work, education and skill development, and an investment. Okay, so it's all about hard work, commitment, and determination. You're looking to build the foundation for a better, more fulfilling future by mastering skills and putting the time and effort needed to accomplish your future goals. Whether that's investing in a healthy romantic relationship, managing budgets or projects at work, or investing in self-worth and personal growth. The Eight of Pentacles shows that you're laying the groundwork for success. So there's quite a bit of energy here. There's quite a bit of a story in the near future. So again, I will say that it does seem to be there's quite a bit of internal conflict here. It's also because I see this card here that I'm like, I feel like you are dealing with a situation, a friend, a family member, something of that nature, perhaps an entire family, not just a relative. But it's like an overall situation here, because here is you in the energy you bring to this reading, and the Ten of Charisma is about having the security of a network that supports you, okay? And you're in the restricted here. You're in the reverse, so there's a little bit of a feeling like, I don't have that. I have no one to lean on. So you do feel very isolated here, which could be also why you have that Hermit energy. But with all that said, we do have a very successful time coming. I do believe that there is going to be a little bit of a bumpy obstacle here that we are going to overcome. It's going to be overcome when we look at ourselves and the unprocessed trauma that we have. We are going to move on from the collateral damage, the situation that it's like, fine, you know what? I can't help you if you don't want to help yourself. Okay, there's that wonderful energy here. There's very compassionate. You're like, I'm here for you. I love you, but I can't be dragged down either, because I want to fix this. I want to, let go of these things. And you come from a very compassionate place. But then we have, that crossroads, that action, that productivity that gets us over this. It's that spark, that new opportunity, right? You do have that soul searching, that isolated energy, but I feel like it's your choice. You choose to kind of soul search and come into yourself and withdraw. But you have that Eight of Pentacles, which is hard work and commitment and investment. So you do have the right energy here to build a stronger foundation. Okay. So with that said, let's go to the 10 of Charisma. 10 of Charisma is all, as said, the security that comes with having a network of people who support you and your dreams, a long-term success. Now, this is you and the wonderful energy you bring to this reading, so there is a struggle here. You don't feel like there's a connection. You don't feel like you have people that support you. You feel very isolated. You want to get that into the upright. Perhaps you are the reason you feel isolated. It might not be other people. Sometimes that can be difficult, and sometimes if that is the situation, you do feel like somebody's kind of avoiding you, or they don't want to spend time with you or share in your workload or support you. Maybe it's time to take a step back and kind of be like, okay, you know what? Well, why do you feel that way? Or what, what's making them feel that way? But at some point, you're going to have to just kind of let go and move forward, because, it's just going to make you feel bad. Spend the time with the people that want to spend time with you. Right? And we do have the Page of Wisdom here in the reverse position. So embarking on a new path sparked by your curiosity and creativity. Now that is your environmental or external influence. That could also be subconscious. It is in the reverse position. So I feel like yet again you have this new opportunity coming towards you. There's a lot of positive energy about you, but you're kind of afraid to take that next step. So look at your creativity, look at your curiosity, look at things that you like, start to kind of plan, start to make start plotting and scheming, and kind of coming up with a bunch of ideas. Make it a game, do something fun about it, because you want to embark on this new path. You want it to be sparked, but you're just not feeling it. You're not feeling that spark or that energy, but you do. It might have a lot to do with your not being able to take time for yourself. You don't take care of yourself. So definitely I would take a step back and look into this, and make sure that your needs are being met. Make sure that you make yourself feel good. And then maybe perhaps we can re-energize the batteries, so to speak. We do have the Ace of Wisdom in the Hopes, Fears, Reminders, and Warnings. This is our advice card. So our ability to access the power of insight, to heal emotions, and love ourselves. So again, that is in the reverse. I'm going to say that they are advising you. I would say that's a hope. I would say that's a dream, but you lack that. So access the power of insight to heal emotions and love ourselves. You're going to have to process your trauma. You're going to have to look at your past and let things go. There's a very stubborn energy here about you that is struggling to let go of that baggage, that toxicity, and it's just clinging onto you. So it's in your everyday moments, and you're going to have to let that go, and you're going to have to live in the present and just be happy, be grateful, and feel good, because all it's doing is it's like drinking poison. It doesn't affect anyone else but you. Okay? We do have the Eight of Charisma finishing out your reading as the potential outcome here. Eight of Charisma. A lot of charisma here. A lot of charisma. Paying attention of doing the simple things well. Slow and steady wins the race. So again, don't be taking shortcuts. Okay, there's definitely an energy here that's telling you that you need to don't take shortcuts. Think things through. Lay the foundation. Okay. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna keep that one. That fell. You have another one down here. Let me grab it. This fell. Oh, again, new beginnings. What was this one? Okay. So, I have no idea what order that actually was. I know that one's the first one for sure. These two I'm not 100% sure of. Again, there is a disharmony, a misalignment. The Two of Cups is usually like a soulmate card. I do not get a relationship reading out of this. Oh, but look. Again. So, any more? Queen of Cup energy here now in reverse. Five of Swords, conflict, ego, competition. Four of Wands, celebration. And the Moon again. Ha, that's funny. Any more for Sagittarius? The Wheel of Fortune. Okay, sorry, now I'm just digging. Interesting. Okay, so I'm not going to read all of these, only because there's a lot to say. So pretty much, again, let me take this, and this, and this, and we'll put that sideways on top here. So clarifying your potential outcome here. Doing the simple things well, putting in forth a little bit more effort into, just taking slow and steady wins the race. So, right? So basically, it's just putting in that extra effort, manifesting what you really want here. But finding that balance, taking care of yourself, and then making sure that every little thing that you do, even if it's the smallest, most remedial task you can think of, put the effort into it to make yourself feel great. Okay? And to do it well, to do it fantastically, because why not? So clarifying this, we have the Ace of Pentacles. Again, a new opportunity. So the Pentacles are earth energy. It's usually an investment. It's monetarily, career-based, usually, okay? There's a financial aspect to the Pentacles. That's why they're coins. That is why. But, so we have another new opportunity coming our way. Let me just grab, I said I'm not going to read every single one of these. We would be here forever. Prosperity, new opportunities, investment, support, and resources. So there's a little bit of a shift dynamic there. We have card number 20, Judgment. Judgment is all about absolution, rebirth, endings, and of course judgment. But so judgment, absolution, and rebirth. So again, it arrives when you need to make an important decision or you're experiencing a major relation. You're on the precipice of a truly momentous part of your life, a crossroads where the choice of direction to go in next will change everything. Judgment asks you to remember all the lessons you've learned along the way. You're nearing the end of the fool's journey of an experience and have experienced almost everything there is to experience, so take what you've learned and put it to use moving forward. Let past experiences and your intuition form your future choices. Step into your newer self and your higher calling. So there's definitely a new opportunity coming here. You are going to do the work here to process that trauma and to let go, and there's going to be a rebirth. You're going to rise like the phoenix. You do have the Two of Cups here. The Two of Cups in the reverse position is all about kind of being misaligned, a disconnection, and an imbalance. Yet again, in the imbalance, as said, this is coming up quite a bit for all signs. I feel like it is kind of a global thing here. Warns that your misunderstandings, miscommunication, and distrust might be shaking foundations of relationships. If you're noticing that something is off between you and someone else, trust your intuition. Try to touch base with this individual. Communicate openly and authentically, and listen to your heart. Be sure the relationship is equal in terms of trust, effort, and desire. Now, that is speaking on a relationship side. I feel like the Two of Cups can also be for yourself. So make sure you are in balance. Make sure you are treated well. Make sure your intentions and your needs are being met. You're standing with integrity, okay? Come from a better place here. We do, yet again, have the Three of Swords, releasing, moving on, letting go, feeling better, being resilient, bouncing back. We have the Queen of Cups in the reverse now. For this potential outcome here, it's funny, as said, because she is over here in your near future as well. So I do feel like you... Yes, so yeah, the Queen of Cups in the reverse is all about self-care and self-love. So it's finding this balance, taking care of yourself, stop prioritizing everyone else over you. She indicates that you may be out of sync with your emotions. Maybe you've become too invested in the emotions of others as you offer them support, or perhaps you're developed an unhealthy relationship. When the Queen is reversed, she suggests that you take some time to focus on your own emotional wellness and needs. So again, she's basically on this side, she is your Tower in the reverse over here. You are putting too much into a situation here. We have the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords, I don't know if you heard me mumbling about that when I was pulling them. All about ego, conflict, negativity, defeat, competition, and dejection. So it's a very kind of rough energy. It's very I'm going to say hostile. It's a little more hostile. So it heralds a conflict that includes major pain, frustration, humiliation, and egoism in the mix. While conflict can be good to address what needs to be addressed, this particular confrontation is more detrimental than beneficial. again, remember, I feel like we are dealing with a situation over here. This might be advising you to definitely take a step back and be like, you know what, this is not worth fighting. If you're winning, ask yourself if it's worth it. Are you jeopardizing your dignity, your relationships, your reputation? In the end, is winning worth the collateral damage? In the future, keep in mind that not every argument needs to be a battle, and that vulnerability, compassionate acquiescence are signs of maturity. Okay? We then have the Four of Wands. Yet again, this time it's at the end, not at the beginning. And we do have the moon. So again, a wonderful celebration, wonderful situation here. And then we have the moon, which is telling us to focus on that past trauma, to let things go, because our past is affecting our present moment. You do actually have the Wheel of Fortune after this. So again, that hard work paying off, that good luck coming through, destiny, fate, karma, an ending of a cycle. I don't feel... I just want to make sure. I pulled quite a bit just to get an overall idea. You also got the Four of Cups, you got the Seven of Wands, you got the World yet again, Page of Wands, and the Knight of Wands. So again, a new opportunity coming forth towards you. As said, I don't want to read all of these because that will take forever, and we still have our oracles to pull for you. So just something to keep in mind, though, is that you are going to be overcoming something. It's not going to be easy. I definitely feel like it's very internal. I just want to look at, yeah, so your Four of Cups here, just a quick one, because those two I don't 100% remember. So your Four of Cups in the reverse is a readiness, a reconsideration, and a motivation. So I think when these, oh God, goodness, when the situation starts to change, when it starts to be overcome, when the Wheel of Fortune comes in with your abundance and your good luck and your good energy, kind of all surrounding you, all encompassing, we have this wonderful energy from the Four of Cups that is telling you that you are ready to shake things up, to reform the status quo. If there's something you'd like to change, get ready, because you're finally in place to do so. So take this newfound energy and purpose and go forth. So I do think that's a lot of your introspection. You decide to start living a little bit differently, a little more freely. You're not being held back by your negative self-talk or your doubts, things like that. And you kind of just reach this point of like, you know what, I don't give a damn. So, and then your Seven of Wands, there is a self-defense, there's resilience, there's determination and courage. So, you might be feeling a bit insecure. Maybe you're in a situation where you're forced to defend who you are and what you believe in from those who don't understand or don't agree with you. So perhaps those around you say you should back down or give up on what you want. The odds may seem stacked against you, but that doesn't mean that with a little hard work, the ball can't end up back in your court. So don't back down. With determination, courage, and resilience, you can do anything. Again, you're following that with the World, and again, you're following that with a Page of Wands and the Knight of Wands. So, those are both messengers. They come with great news. They rush in a little bit hastier, but it's embarking on a new situation here. So I do feel like you get, you get yourself into a situation, a much better situation. You start to actually heal. You start to move forward. Sorry, now I'm losing my voice. You do start to move forward and things start to shift for the better. You are ready for this change. You welcome it, and the universe is gladly bringing you abundance, gladly giving you these opportunities. So with that said, Sagittarius, we are going to go with your angels of abundance here. We're going to give you some angel therapy, see what you might have here. Let's go ahead and grab you that one, grab you this one, and see what I'm drawn to for you. I think I'm actually going to grab you this one. Beautiful. Heavily didn't get to see that yet. Okay, so let's get the ball rolling. Guess you kind of can't see that. I'm not. Can you see this? No, you can't. I don't want you to. There we go. So these are all yours. So for your angels of abundance starting you off, we have visualize abundance in all forms. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. God gave you such great spiritual power that everything you visualize eventually becomes reality. So hold a steady vision of that which is beautiful, healthful, positive, and filled with blessings. That is what you will experience. Okay, so visualize abundance in all forms. This is the time to do it. Remember, Ace of Charisma. Pay yourself first. We have discussed this quite a bit in this reading especially. Make yourself the most important financial obligation by setting aside a portion of your income every time you are paid. This loving form of self-care ensures that you'll have savings to invest in your present and your future. I do not feel like that card is only speaking on financial. It does only say financial. That is not how I represent. I do not read this card this way. So pay yourself first. That is investing in yourself emotionally, physically, mentally, taking time for yourself. You get to shower, you get to take baths, you get to go get your nails done or your hair done or go shopping and buy new clothes. Give yourself a little reward, give yourself treats, give yourself this pampering and self-care and nurturing energy that you give everyone else. Okay? And then take a divinely guided chance is your third one. All positive change and successful ventures involve a degree of risk, and you are ready to follow your divine guidance to new territories. As you leave behind that which is comfortable and familiar but no longer appropriate for you, you make room for new and more meaningful opportunities. So take the divinely guided chance. If something is speaking to you, follow that. I would say having a lot of dreams about a certain thing, things like that. Crystals. So for your angel therapy, the energy of crystal supports you and helps with your present situation. If you do not have any, it might be worth getting some around the house or even getting some nice little, trinkets or jewelry. That way you can kind of have a nice cleansing energy, or even maybe like a little Zen spot for you. Books. So your life purpose involves writing, reading, editing, or selling spiritually based books. It doesn't have to be spiritually. I feel like you could just need something else to occupy your time or to get yourself away from reality. A little bit of an escape, I feel, or just another hobby for you, because as said, like, you do have a lot of work situation here. A lot of attraction. So relationships and activities that you once enjoyed are now changing as you become more sensitive and aware of energy. So again, you have a very active time of manifestation and abundance. You are attracting like energies. That doesn't mean that there's not negative in your life. I feel like I just spoke of this, but I did just speak on this. I feel like when you have a very high energy or you are feeling good, you still attract negative people because you are like a magnet, but you're better able to cut them out or to see their red flags or to see if they're negative. Like, you can see their negativity pretty clearly, and that lets you remove yourself. So for life purpose, you did get school. The answers that you're seeking involves going to school. It could be learning something new. It doesn't have to physically be going back to college or anything like that, but just learning something new. That could fall hand in hand with your books as well. You might just want to start picking up stuff and studying. Maybe reading the Bible, reading spirituality, anything. Learning about crystals, learning about plants, learning about farming, learning about do-it-yourself projects, and focusing on things like that. You do have family, so loving your friends and family is central to your life purpose. I definitely feel like that's true. I think that's why this situation is so heavy. I feel like that's also in your past as well. I feel like family is a very big factor for you and how you live. But then we also have let go. So walk away from this situation in order to resolve it. So again, they've already told you that it might be best to let things lie, so to speak. Come back to them at a later date, because not every fight is worth fighting, right? For your Secret Forest Oracle, we got Dragonfly Spirit, which is all about change. Very beautiful, okay? That is card number 12. So, Dragonfly Spirit. The spirit of the dragonfly says, be willing to change your perspective and good fortune will follow. Sometimes you need to get back up to go forward. As people get older, they find it harder to change. So to activate youthfulness, be willing to make changes without hesitation. So a lot of that is in here. I hope you're picking that up. And then you got, for your spirit of the animal oracle, hummingbird, miracles. Okay, so again, there's a lot of abundance heading towards you. The universe is giving you quite a bit, and you might not even see it, okay? You got hummingbird, miracles. You are the joy bringer. You bless the world with positivity and love. Energy soars on your shining wings. Spread the miracle of happiness, okay? So, beautiful energy, Sagittarius. I hope that you enjoyed. I hope it resonated. If it did, please remember to like and subscribe. Please please think on this. This was a lot of message for you. There was a lot of things to go over, and I'm sure you're kind of exhausted from it, but it seems very important, okay? You have a wonderful energy in here, and you have wonderful gifts being brought to you. So just be wary of that, and be accepting to change. Only because there is so much here that I feel is like a blessing in disguise. And it's not easy, but I feel like in the long run, if you continue to work on these things and you take a different approach and you take a different perspective, you are going to see a magnificent shift in your life. So thank you very much for being with me. Again, I will see you next time.